And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the feature match at the Bendigo Bank Tennis Complex at the 2011 William Loud Bendigo International today. We have a pretty good match coming your way. Number one seed in the ladies' draw at the Bendigo International, Casey DELLACQUA, and she's taking on 18-year-old up-and-comer from Queensland, Ashling Sumner, in what should be a pretty good match. DELLACQUA in superb form on the pro circuit this year, probably playing well above her current ranking of 157 in the world. 5 pro circuit wins in a row, and first time in Bendigo. And she's aiming to make it 6 wins in a row on the pro circuit. My name is Leon Retellick, and I will be your commentator for today's match. And we are coming to you, brought to you by Power AV from here in Bendigo, live streaming through the Australian Open channel on YouTube and also at bendigotennis.com.au/live. So the players they meet in this second round match, Casey DELLACQUA having a pretty strong win in her opening round, really not getting out of a canter, and taking on Ha Chen Li, Chinese Taipei, and DELLACQUA was ruthless, winning 6-love, 6-love in extremely quick time, and her opponent really just having no options in that match there. Ha Chen Li and Ashling Sumner, well, she's come through qualifying. She's a young up-and-coming player, and as you know, exciting time for her. I'm sure she'd be very excited about the opportunity of taking on such an experienced player in Casey DELLACQUA in this match. So pretty good day in Bendigo. The last 2 days we've had some strong breezes blowing across the complex and made the matches quite difficult for the players, but today the breezes died down, maybe just picking up a little now, but beautiful summer's day, mid-20s, and we should have a pretty exciting match on our hands today. Some shadows just creeping across the court. That always makes it challenging for the players, and challenge for you if you're watching there. And we are very lucky to be joined in our commentary position by Mel Jelliff, who is the tournament director for the 2011 William Loud Bendigo International. Has travelled the pro circuit all year. And Mel, welcome.
G'day, Leon. I'm very happy to be here.
And it's very exciting that we are streaming live on YouTube, and we certainly hope we get plenty of people out there watching. And thank you to Tennis Australia for making it possible to.
From Australia, Ashling Sumner. To the right of the chair, from Australia, Casey DELLACQUA.
And
Sumner won the toss and chose to serve.
Ashling Sumner winning the toss here and electing to serve. But Mel, this would be a pretty good, exciting occasion here for Ashling. She's qualified. She's really just in the early stages of a tennis career, trying to forge one out, and she'd be pretty excited, I would have thought, to play Casey DELLACQUA. Building crowd. What are your thoughts?
Look, I'm really looking forward to this one. As you say, the crowd are coming in. We've got a beautiful sunny day here in Bendigo, and you're right, this is going to be a great match. I imagine Ashling's probably feeling a little bit nervous now, but it's a great occasion for her to get out and play against Casey, and just really looking forward to it.
And as we just said earlier, Casey DELLACQUA has been in scintillating form on the pro circuit, aiming for 6 wins in a row
Set.
On the pro circuit, as Ashling is about to get us underway.
Ready. Play. Out. Love 15.
And tell us about the pro circuit, Mel. 17 events on the calendar, and you've been around to plenty of them. Traralgon last week, pretty good week.
Yeah, we had a great week in Traralgon. As you mentioned, Casey's been in awesome form, and I've been able to watch a few of her wins over the last 6 months. So I've been up in Alice Springs, in Cairns, in Port Pirie, in Mount Gambier, Traralgon last week, and now here in Bendigo. So I'm really lucky to get to travel around and with all these players and just watch some awesome tennis.
Yes, and making the round trip to get back home. I'm sure you're looking forward to that.
3 days.
Fault.
And
Love 40.
Bit of a nervous start here from Ashling Sumner. Double fault there. And it's tough. She's playing one of the great Australian female players of the last 10 years and who has a fantastic record, up to 35 in the world.
Out 15,
What have you seen
40.
of Ashling so far on the pro circuit this year, Mel? You've probably seen a lot more of her than certainly I have, but she's won her way through qualifying here, and you know, she's obviously playing some good matches. Got 4 wins in a row here in Bendigo now under her belt.
No, she's looking good. She's an
Go to
up-and-coming
DELLAQUA.
player that
First game.
we've seen in qualifying at a lot of these events. This is probably one of her best results here in Bendigo to reach the second round. But, yeah, interesting to see how she goes.
And if you're looking for some results from earlier on today, we've had plenty of fantastic matches played throughout the course of the day. Early on, top seed Ben Mitchell progressing through in the men's draw. Adam
Casey DELLACQUA to
Feeney
serve.
having to retire in their match early on this morning.
Out 15 love.
But it's just great to see pro circuit action in Bendigo and getting out to the regional centres. Traralgon, as you said, Port Pirie, getting plenty of people from the country to look at top class tennis that they might not otherwise get to see.
30 love.
You're absolutely right, Leon. This is the best tennis that you will see in Australia outside of the events in January. So to be able to have that right here in Bendigo is just amazing.
40 love.
And Ashling Sumner just needs to get a point on the board here. A tough start, but she'll try to work her way into the match. DELLACQUA now is yet to lose a game at the Bendigo tournament so far.
Fault.
Some other results
40%.
in the men's action. Listeners might be interested in young Luke Saville, a young up-and-coming player from Australia. He won Wimbledon Junior Championship this year, and he's got through to the third round, quarterfinals. First time for him
Game DELLACQUA.
through to the quarterfinals of a Pro Tour level event, and he'll be taking on
DELLACQUA
Matt
leads 2
Reed.
games to love.
Matt Reed taking out Dane Propogia today at 6-2, 7-6. So that's a pretty good little quarterfinal that we've got going on there. Other quarterfinalists, Michael Look getting through over Matt Barton today, and he won that match 7-6, 4-6, 6-3 in
Fault.
it's extremely high caliber match today. And Michael Venus, Michael Look taking on Michael Venus in the quarters.
Love 15.
And a great shot there from DELLACQUA, racking up the winners early in this match. And other quarterfinal matches, as we said, Ben Mitchell getting through, Adam Feeney having to retire a match earlier today. He'll be taking on Ruben Statham, the New Zealander. Statham got through over John Peers, 7-6, 7-6.
15.
Other players through, James Lemke winning through his second round match, defeating Leon Frost 6-2, 6-2. Be a relief for Lemke. He wasn't in great form early on in the another winner
15,
there from
30.
DELLACQUA. But Lemke Hasn't been in great form on the pro circuit, so good to see him having a win, and he'll be taking on the winner of the match on court at the moment between Sam Groth and Yuri Bezaruk. Groth taking the first set in that match 6-4 and looking like pushing through for that quarter-final matchup with James Lemke, which would be a fantastic match.
15-40. Game, DELLACQUA.
And Casey DELLACQUA.
DELLACQUA leads 3 games to love.
Winning another match and another game, going to 3-love. Just like to see Ashling Sumner stay in the points there a little bit longer. She's having a good go of it. Tough competitor. In the women's matches, winner of this match will progress through to the quarterfinals and play Dai Zhao, Chinese qualifier who has won through to the quarterfinals. Other quarterfinal matches, Sasha Jones, who made the final last week in Traralgon, the 4th seed here. She's taking on, I might let you take that one, Mel.
Misa Iguchi I'm going for, from Japan.
Yes, some tough international names there. Other quarterfinalists, Isabella Holland won through, the 3rd seed. And Isabella Holland taking on Samantha Murray of Great Britain, quarterfinal, and
15.
And the last quarterfinal, Chichiki Akaru of Japan taking out Rachel Tredu in straight sets, and she'll take on Olivia Rogowska, who was also a winner through earlier on today, 6-2, 6-2. So some great quarterfinal action will be on court tomorrow, and live streaming centre court matches.
Out. 15. $15.30.
And we do have a to be confirmed schedule for tomorrow, but our first match looking like getting on the court from 10 a.m. live streaming tomorrow. Luke Saville and Matt Reed. Should be a very entertaining match. Matt Reed was in pretty good form today, defeating Dane Propoggia. And Luke Saville in career best form on the Pro Tour. His best result getting through to a quarterfinal, and a lot of people would be very happy to see
15-40.
Luke progressing. What are your thoughts on those quarters, Mel?
Oh, wow, there's some great quarterfinals coming up tomorrow. You're right, it's great to see Luke getting through. He enjoyed his time in Bendigo last year, I think. We had him on here doing some commentary for a bit of live streaming. He's a great kid, Luke. He speaks very well, and great to have him around. So good to see him getting his first points on the Pro Tour. It'll be a great one. Then, following that, we think we'll have another men's singles final, which will be the number 2 seed, James Lemke, up against the winner of the match that is still in progress at the moment, which is last year's defending champion, Sam Groth and Yuri Bezaruk. So whoever wins that match will have a great quarter-final there as well. So looking forward to tomorrow.
Advantage, DELLACQUA.
And Luke Saville will actually be going for back-to-back doubles titles on the pro circuit, pairing with Andrew Whittington. And they've made it through to the final tomorrow. And pretty tough matchup, though, taking on Matthew Barton and Michael Look, 2 players who were in pretty good form, progressing today 10-3 in the super tiebreak. But That'll be a pretty good men's doubles final, something to look forward to tomorrow afternoon.
Oh, great point there.
Advantage, DELLACQUA.
Good to see Ashling hanging in the points and doing okay in this game. So hopefully she can keep that up.
Yes, making some inroads here on the DELLACQUA serve. Just like to see her get on the board, give her a lot of
Game
confidence.
DELLACQUA.
But now at love 4. And Casey's got a run of 16 consecutive games now after
DELLACQUA leads 4 games to love.
not conceding a game in her opening round match.
Fifteen off.
And one of the great players to see back on the Pro Tour on court 6 at the moment, Sam Groth. Terrific to see him back on the court, Mel, after he's had a troubled year, Sam, with injuries and a few other things, and got on the footy field, but he's looking pretty fit, and he's looking probably bigger than ever. A few extra tats, no doubt, help him out. So
He's such a presence around this Bendigo Bank tennis complex. A lot of the young kids are out there watching him at the moment. I think he's got a bit of a following, Sam. He's a bit of a cult figure.
and a great shot there from Casey DELLACQUA, just
15-30.
whipping it back past Ashling Sumner, who has tried something different to come into the net, but just letting that one drop short. And bread and butter stuff there for a player the calibre of Casey DELLACQUA.
15-40.
Yeah, she's not going to take her foot off the accelerator in this match.
No, so if you're sitting at work in Bendigo and watching this match live stream and you want to check it out, I wouldn't be taking an awfully too long time to get down here, otherwise you may miss it.
Fault. Game DELLACQUA.
And now
DELLACQUA
the
leads 5 games to love.
lead at 5-love to Casey DELLACQUA. And what would you do, Mel, if you're in this situation? She's against a good player here, Ashling Sumner, and she's trying very hard, but what could she do to get her way into this match?
I think, Leon, she's just got to try and extend the points a little bit more, just hang in there. See if she can just find a way to grab a few points here and there and string them together. Casey's just such a professional. These tournaments are very, very important to her, and she's not going to show Ashling any mercy.
No, it does not look like it's going to get too much easier. You can't really see Casey taking the foot off the pedal at all. But also like to thank Power AV, Power Audio Visual in Bendigo, who are bringing this live feed going out through the Tennis Australia channel on YouTube. So hopefully we've got plenty of viewers out there checking it out and watching Casey DELLACQUA, and some great matches tomorrow. So make sure you check it out. Find out all the order of play and how players are going in the draws through the Pro Tour part of the Tennis Australia website.
$30.
Even the net cords are not going Ashling's way at the moment.
Fault.
what the crowd's been like on the pro circuit this year, Mel. We've been a little bit over everywhere. I've
30-15.
had many people showing interest. I mean, Casey DELLACQUA obviously attracts plenty of interest, so a few people out watching her matches at previous events.
You're right, Casey's a massive draw card on the Pro Tour.
Out 30 all.
But it's a credit to Bendigo, Leon. One player said to me today that he'd never been at a Pro Tour tournament with so much atmos, which I took to mean atmosphere. But that's a real credit to Bendigo, to yourself and to the Bendigo community here. There is a fantastic atmosphere and players are noticing it. All our officials here are noticing it, and it's been great to have that support.
I think it's great that Bendigo public, if you're in the viewing area, we've got some fantastic quarters, semis and finals to go on in the next 3 days. And it's free entry. All you have to do is turn up. Barbecues being cooked by the veterans, Bendigo Veterans Tennis Club at the moment, and it smells pretty good from here.
Yes.
A building crowd, and would love to see plenty of people, not just watching it live online. If you can't be here, certainly love to catch you looking at it online. And if you can get down to the venue, it's pretty good tennis. Great shot there from Casey DELLACQUA and brings up some set points, but Ashling Sumner at least pushing Casey in these last couple of service games, getting it to juice, and I suppose, as they say, you've got to crawl before you walk, and if she can make a couple more inroads here, you never know, she might be able to get a bit of a run happening.
Out. Game in first set. DELLACQUA 6 games to love.
And that's the first set to Casey DELLACQUA. 6 games to love. She has won now her last 3 sets, yet to concede a game at the 2011 William Laud Bendigo International. And in ominous form for her rivals, if we dare look at the rest of the week. Not that we want to look past this match.
Well, speaking of, Leon, I'm just looking across and I can see the winner of this match, the opponent for tomorrow, Di Zhao, is checking out this match pretty closely. So I'm wondering what she's thinking about how she could possibly tackle Casey if she does get through this match.
Yes, well, she's probably enjoying pretty good display from the #1 seed, who's hit a number of winners and really is looking pretty good out there at the moment. But there's 2 players on the court, and in tennis, one to win and one to lose. So you don't want to write yourself off, and you don't want to be beaten before you step out there. So it's good to see her here checking out her opponent and seeing what she can learn.
Second set. Sumner to serve. Fault. Love 15.
But the players from here, Mel, heading to the wildcard playoff at Melbourne Park starting on the 6th of December. And
absolutely, it's actually...
It's
going to be a massive month of tennis in December at Melbourne Park. We actually start off with the National Junior Championships in the 12s, 14s and 16s and 18s age groups. So a lot of the younger players that have played here this week will compete at those events.
And Casey DELLACQUA ranking currently at 150. She will not get enough points between now and the end of the year to get direct acceptance into the Australian Open. So she's probably one that's going to certainly contest that wildcard playoff. And just from what we've seen on the pro circuit and the fact that I think she's just about unbeaten on the pro circuit this year, do you see anybody that really could trouble her in the wildcard playoffs.
Oh, look, at her best, Casey probably is a step above our next crop of players. She's a former number 39 in the world, so she can find that form. It will be hard for them to challenge her.
And another Ashling Sumner facing another break point. And just needs to try to get her name or something on the scoreboard here. Dropping the first set, not getting on the board. Just for her confidence, you'd love to see her get back to juice here.
Juice.
And that's a better point. And I think she can do that a little bit more. This match might go hopefully for a bit longer anyway. Good little crowd in, Mel, for this match. People coming in after work, taking the opportunity to watch one of the best players, best females to come out of Australia for a long time. When you think about female players in Australia, DELLACQUA, Mollick and Stozer are probably the three that come immediately to mind. So terrific just to see Casey DELLACQUA injury-free and out playing some good tennis.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Leon. It is great to see Casey looking so good. She's actually looking good off the court as well. I'm not sure if you saw the Herald Sun today, but there was a great glammed-up photo of Casey. So it's also fantastic to see her getting some exposure again.
Out. Advantage to Dacqua.
Yes, and I'm sure regardless of how she goes at the wildcard playoff at Melbourne Park, she would certainly be in contention for a wildcard in the Australian Open. Tennis Australia giving her a wildcard into the US Open this year, which was fantastic to see, supporting her on her comeback to professional tennis. And she's had some good results. She obviously won the French Open mixed doubles title this year, which she's also got a fantastic doubles record. Obviously Grand Slam champion, nothing to be sneezed at.
Fault. Advantage to Dacqua.
Long service game here to start the second set. It's good to see Ashling Sumner trying her absolute best to get on the board here and get off to a good start in this second set.
Out. Game for Dacqua. First game, second set. Ladies and gentlemen, the trainer has been called to court.
the trainer is just out assessing Ashling Sumner. So
That's his decision as to whether it's after 3.
and good to see Ashling Sumner continuing the match. Just a quick assessment from the trainer there.
15 love.
But Casey DELLACQUA just continues to be quite relentless here. Really dominating this match with her forehand and moving a younger, inexperienced opponent around the court.
30
So
love.
it's still a great experience for Ashling Sumner to play a player like this. I've seen a lot of young players play against their idols in Pro Tour level. Alicia Mollick playing a lot on the Pro Tour level last year and in the last 2 years.
$30-15. Out. 30 all. Fault. Fault. 30-40.
And Ashling Sumner, first break points of the match. And an opportunity for her to get on the
Ladies
scoreboard.
first serve. Deuce.
But a great backhand up the line there from Casey DELLACQUA. Just stepping into that one and taking it on the rise, moving her opponent around and finishing off with the winner up the line.
Advantage DELLACQUA. Game DELLACQUA.
And Casey
DELLACQUA leads 2 games to
DELLACQUA
love.
now at a 6-love, 2-love lead. Good crowd of people in to the match at the Bendigo Bank Tennis Complex. Terrific to see plenty of locals getting down and supporting professional tennis here in Bendigo.
Fault. $15 love. Fault. $30 love. 30-15.
And a good point there from Casey DELLACQUA,
30.
but good to see Ashling Sumner chasing the balls down, making her hit that extra shot. And you can't really ask her to do a hell of a lot more than what she's doing now, and she's just being a bit outplayed by a player who just hits the ball a little bit deeper and a bit harder than what she does. And there's really not a lot of Ashling Sumner, is there? So
Out.
but chances
40-30.
to hold serve here and get on the scoreboard for the first time in the match, which would be a real positive.
Out. Game Sumner.
And she's done it on the board, and crowd appreciative of
DELLACQUA
her
leads 2
efforts.
games to 1.
Ashling Sumner's going to take a medical time out here, I think. Assessment is going to be off court, so she will duck off for a second. Just repeating earlier on today.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Sumner is leaving the court to receive medical treatment.
Both men's and women's at this pro circuit event being played here in sunny Bendigo. It's men's $15,000 event, women's $25,000 event, and got some terrific players out there and competing in quarterfinal stage tomorrow, semi-finals on Saturday, and then the finals of the event on Sunday. Obviously, depending on the weather there, Mel, the weather not looking great heading into the weekend.
Yeah, it's not looking fantastic. Who's responsible for the weather in Bendigo?
Yes, we pre-ordered most things, but you can't control everything.
No, it might just mean some shuffling of the schedule, but I'm sure we'll get through it. We always have a few tricks up our sleeve to deal with the weather.
Now, of the matches tomorrow, what one is the matchup that you think will be the best? We've got starting off live stream on court number 1 from 10 o'clock tomorrow. We have the Wimbledon Junior Boys champion Luke Saville, young up-and-coming Australian player on the rise, currently number 3 in the world in the junior ranks, and he'll be taking on an experienced pro circuit campaigner in Matt Reed, who's done quite well on the pro circuit over the last couple of years. What are your thoughts on that match there, Mel?
Oh, it's going to be a fantastic one. Look, just before we were trying to decide which matches to put on our centre court here and be able to show people via live streaming, and it was a difficult decision. There's some great matchups tomorrow. You mentioned that Luke won, but also in the another quarterfinal with the boys, we've got Queenslander Michael Look, who's found some fantastic form. He actually won the City of Onkaparinga tournament in Adelaide a few weeks ago, and he's number 4 seed here, and he'll be up against New Zealand's Michael Venus, who was a finalist in Traralgon last week. So they're very evenly matched, I would say, and really looking forward to that one. I think our officials could be in for a long day tomorrow with some 3-set matches, so great for the crowd. But equally in the girls, we've got another Kiwi, Sasha Jones, who, as you mentioned, made the final in Traralgon last week as well, up against the number 5 seed from Japan, Misa Oguchi. So that's another very evenly matched match as I see it. And yeah, we've just some fantastic tennis here tomorrow.
And Ben Mitchell, the top seed, also in action, taking on New Zealand's Ruben Statham. Ruben's a long-time journeyman on pro circuits. And that should be a terrific match, not before 11 o'clock on court 6. And we're just out of medical timeout in this match between Casey DELLACQUA, number 1 seed at the 2011 William Laud Bendigo International. She's taking on Ashling Sumner, and Sumner just receiving an injury timeout, a medical off court. I believe she will be returning to the court very soon.
It's never easy in these situations for the opponent, Leon, at a medical timeout. Casey just needs to sort of gather her thoughts, make sure she doesn't lose any momentum in the match. And, you know, she's probably wondering what is happening with Ashling. It's never an easy situation.
And Ashling Sumner returning to court now. Looks like maybe perhaps strained abdominals or something there, Mel.
Time.
But she is on the board here, which is terrific to see. But trailing Love 6, and Casey DELLACQUA serving at 2-1 up in the second set.
Love 15.
Just the serve and the forehand, really. Big difference between the two players at the moment. Casey DELLACQUA just really quite ruthless, finishing the points off quickly.
Fault. $30-15. Out 40-15. Game DELLACQUA. DELLACQUA leads 3-1. Love. Out. 30 love. 30-15. All. Out 30-40. Game DELLACQUA. New balls, please.
And another break. Casey DELLACQUA.
DELLACQUA leads 4 games to 1.
Now leading 6-love 4-1. And can Ashling Sumner do anything, Mel, to reverse her fortune so far? Can she stop the Casey DELLACQUA train that's just been ploughing through the pro circuit this year?
It's a steam train at the moment, isn't it? Look, it's hard to know what Ashling can do. She's just up against a class opponent at the moment. She is drawing out the points a bit. She's trying to hang in there a bit longer, but, you know, tough job for her today. Tough day in the office.
But a great experience as well for a young player to come up against such a seasoned campaign. Obviously, Casey DELLACQUA, she's won plenty of big matches. Emily Mauresmo, she beat her at the Australian Open when she was the #1 ranked player in the world, and that she said to us that was the best win she's had in her career. I think it got her into the quarterfinals of the Australian Open that year. And that was in 2008. Obviously, injury since, and
15 love.
but it's great to see her back in full swing, and she should really take a lot of confidence into the Australian summer and events like the Hobart International, and maybe some opportunities in Brisbane and Sydney could present themselves to Casey DELLACQUA, and hopefully she'll get a chance at the Australian Open. Very popular player in Melbourne and on the Grand Slam stage.
Oh, I think during that 2008 Australian Open, the whole of Australia fell in love with Casey. She's just got a great attitude. She's a fantastic girl off the court as well.
Fault.
Thank you.
Out 40 love.
And now brings up points to go to 5-1, and you really
Game
can't
DELLACQUA.
see this match slipping away from Casey DELLACQUA.
Looking a bit inevitable,
leads
isn't
5
it?
games to 1.
Still like to thank Power AV, who have done a fantastic job bringing this live stream to YouTube and Australian Open TV. And thank you to Tennis Australia for providing us a forum to display Pro Tour tennis live. I think it's fantastic to be able to see these guys from anywhere in the world.
15 love.
That forehand got a great round of applause from the crowd here. I think they're really wishing Ashling can just hold on a bit longer and hoping she can just hang in there. With shots like that, she's looking pretty good.
Throwing caution to the wind there, Mel, and 2 clean winners in a row from Ashling Sumner.
Fault.
give her some confidence, but the scoreboard not looking really flattering at the moment.
30-15.
And Casey DELLACQUA jumping all over that backhand return up the line for a clean winner.
Out 40-15.
Ball kids have done a great job at the Pro Tour event so far, Mel. It's great to see so many kids keen as mustard to get involved in tennis and stand on the court with some players that they'd no doubt look up to, and pretty well all the kids, ball kids here this week are members of the tennis fraternity here in Bendigo, and just terrific to see them being involved and donating their time, getting some days off school.
Well, exactly. I'm wondering if school is compulsory in Bendigo, but it is fantastic. We're usually not fortunate enough to have ball kids throughout the week at these events, so I know the players really appreciate it. And I've been checking these kids out. They're doing a fantastic job, so good on them. Let's hope that they can be with us all the way through to the finals and get to be centre court for some great finals action.
I'm sure they will like the opportunity to stand on the court with some terrific players. We've got some great matches. We're live streaming from 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, starting with Luke Saville and Matt Reed. You'll be able to catch that one running live and free, streaming to YouTube. So jump on, check it out.
Out 15 off.
Casey DELLACQUA has the opportunity here to put this match to sleep at 5-2, winning the first set 6-love.
30 love. Out 40 love.
And that now brings up 3 match points for Casey DELLACQUA to move into the quarterfinals of Pro Tour William Ladd Bendigo International.
Game, set, match, DELLACQUA.
Fantastic forehand up the
sets to
line.
love. 6 love, 6-2.
That brings about the end of this match. Well, Casey DELLACQUA just a bit too strong.
Yeah, Casey's class just really shone through in that match. She's not going to give away many games in this tournament. It looks like she's just doing a fantastic job.
And that brings about a swift end to this match, unfortunately not going for an awfully long time. Just under 1 hour on court, with Casey DELLACQUA winning her second round match over Ashling Sumner, 6-love.
Ladies and gentlemen, that brings an end to the day's play here at the William Ladd Bendigo International. But I'd just like to really encourage you all to come down tomorrow to see some more awesome tennis. It'll be quarter-final day in the singles and doubles finals day. So starting at 10 o'clock tomorrow, we'll have some men's singles right here on centre court. Luke Saville up against Matt Reed. So come down and watch some more great tennis tomorrow.